Hello, welcome to Hank's Maker Mentor. Today we're going over a quick trick to help you as you are weeding vinyl. I want to put these labels on my kids' water bottles. I have this on 6 different water bottles I need to do, and if I was weeding this whole thing at once, it would be quite a pain because there's lots of small pieces that would have the tendency to get lost. So I'm going to use weeding boxes. I can't just evenly space these and transfer the whole thing. I will have to do them one at a time. To make weeding it easier, I'm going to go into shapes and I'm going to select a square. I'm going to start by going into arrange and I'm going to send it to the back. And I'm going to make it this light blue because it's a little bit easier for me to see and work with. With my square selected, I want to click on this lock so it shows that it's unlocked. This changes the right corner from being 2 arrows to being arrows going all 4 directions. I want to shrink it down so it's the right size for the dash and the number to fit in it. I am going to click Control C to duplicate and then Control V. And I'm going to do it so I have 4. I'm going to go ahead and click on one of them, and then over in the layers panel I'm going to hold control and click on the others, and I'm going to send these ones to the back as well. Now I'm going to take each one and I'm going to center the design with the weeding box by going into Align and just clicking on center. My next step is to attach each of these to their box. You'll see that my number becomes the same color as the weeding box, which is fine. We want it to cut out of the exact same vinyl. So I'm going to go through and do the same thing on each one. Now these are set. Like I said, I have 6 of them I need to do, so I'm going to select all of them, Control C, and then do Control V so I have 6 total copies. Because Design Space will automatically space these in the most efficient way, I don't have to space them here. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Make It. They're all lined up on the mat, so we're going to go ahead and click Continue. The vinyl I'm using is the StarCraft Permanent Adhesive Vinyl, also called StarCraft HD. This is the glossy. It also comes in matte in all the colors, which is unusual for permanent vinyl. So I'm going to position this on my mat. Because I don't feel like sorting all of them around, I am just putting the empty corner at the very bottom, and I'm just going to cut up here. The setting you use is the vinyl setting. I need my fine point blade in clamp B. It is already there. So I'm going to slide my machine. You always want to make sure you have at least 10 inches behind your machine so you don't run it into the wall or anything. And I'm going to go ahead and load my mat. Because there's a lot of detail involved, this is going to take some extra time to cut. It's done cutting. I am going to just take out one of these center sections just to make sure it cut nicely, and that cut beautifully. So I'm going to unload the mat, and then I'm going to just cut out the basic rough edges. My next step is to do the biggest outside section. So this one, I'm just going to choose a section to start in and just go ahead and start pulling. This takes off the very biggest pieces. I'm going to just throw them in there. And now I can work on these smaller sections at a time. So I am using the Pin Pen weeding tool from 143vinyl.com. It is a sharp pinpoint in a pen. It's great for weeding and it retracts, so it's safer. I'm less likely to stab myself, but when I do, it does hurt quite a bit. So I'm just going to go through and start taking off my weeding boxes. I'm doing one of each number first to make sure I know where it's likely to catch and what angle I need to pull it in. So they all come off really nice and quick. The font's fun while still being easy to read, and it's also really nice and easy to weed. The finer details you have, the more careful you'll need to be about your weeding. I did each individual number set as one weeding box. If you've got a large design that doesn't break up into these individual weeding boxes as nicely, you can still use weeding boxes. You just do multiple weeding boxes in your design. You can even still leave them attached. I'm going to use the weeding ring and just go through and grab all the centers of my 6s and my 8s. And the weeding ring allows me to just slide them into this without having to stop to take them off with my fingers. This is also a nail polish holder. So if you want to look on Amazon for a nail polish holder, I've also seen another thing along the same idea where it's silicone with the flaps that attaches to your table, and that is probably something I'm going to add and try out. This whole thing took less time to weed than it did to cut. It was super nice and quick thanks to the weeding boxes. It was really low stress. And now I can use small pieces of transfer tape to move these to my kids' water bottles. I hope it was helpful to see how weeding boxes can speed up and simplify the process of weeding your vinyl. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, bye.